Student, please open page number 1.104 and see the problem. Question number 15b. Here is also we have to calculate interest on capital. Question focused on X and Y, two partners, their profit sharing ratio equal 1:1. Their capital for the year ended 31st March 2019 were rupees 3 lakh and 2 lakh respectively. During the year, X withdrew 60,000 and Y withdrew 40,000, etc. On 1st July 2018, Y introduced 30,000 while X introduced 20,000 on the 1st January 2019. The firm earned profit 50,000 during this period. Later on, they decide to charge interest on capital at the rate of 8% per annum. Compute interest on capital. In this practically question, closing capital is given. What is given? Closing capital X और Y की हमको दे रखी है. We know interest on capital would be calculated on opening capital. So the first we have to calculate the opening capital of X and Y. Is it clear? Because क्लोजिंग कैपिटल हमको दे रखी है तो हमको क्या करना पड़ेगा? फर्स्ट ओपनिंग कैपिटल फाइंड आउट करनी पड़ेगी. ओपनिंग कैपिटल कैसे कैलकुलेट होगी अपन ने देखा था पिछली क्लासेस में, प्रीवियस क्लासेस में. क्लोजिंग कैपिटल ऑफ द पार्टनर, in that particular capital we have to add the drawings, whether it would be in cash or in kind. If any partner withdrew the capital withdrawn, these two items we have to add. We have to deduct less capital introduced or further capital share in profit. And I told you in previous lecture also, if salary and commission to partner is given, it should be also considered for the purpose of opening capital. So let it be, what is the closing capital of X and Y in this particular problem is given to us 3 lakh and 2 lakh. So we have to write closing capital of X 3 lakh rupees, closing capital of Y 2 lakh rupees. The amount of drawing 60,000 for X and 40,000 for Y. So it would be added 60,000 for X and 40,000 for Y. Then capital withdrawn is not given, we leave the blank. Capital introduced is given, so we have to consider that particular part. X introduced, Y introduced 30 and X introduced 20. So X introduced 20 and Y introduced 30,000. The profit share of further capital, then the profit sharing ratio of X and Y would be 1:1. So the profit of the earned during the year was 50,000. So we have to deduct 25,000 from X and 25,000 from Y. We don't have the salary and commission, put dash, and this is your opening capital. 360 minus 45, so your opening capital would be 3,15,000. Is it clear? 45 we have to deduct. So the opening capital of X 3,15,000 and 240 minus 55 means what is the amount? 2,40,000 minus 55,000, it would be 1,85,000. So the first step is complete. We have to calculate opening capital. For the opening capital, we follow this particular statement. First closing capital, उस closing capital में हम drawing से add करेंगे. अगर किसी partner ने capital withdrawn किया है, उसको हम add करेंगे. We have to deduct. हमको deduct किसको करना है? Capital introduce or further capital. What is the profit sharing ratio? In this question, for the profit equal means 1:1, so 25-25. Salary and commission to partner, it would be given in a rare situation. बहुत कम situations में होता है, but you have to keep in your practice. You have to write this. No harm. And now we have to calculate opening capital 3,15,000 and 1,85,000. Student, whenever we calculate the opening capital, initially for the purpose of calculating interest on capital in this particular format, to avoid the unnecessary confusions, we can mark X introduced 20,000 on which date? X introduced 20,000 on 1st January. So you can write here 1st January X introduce the further capital, and on 1st July Y introduce the further capital. 1st July Y introduce a further capital. Now the question, second step, we have to calculate the interest on capital. We have already calculated the opening capital of X and opening capital of Y, and we know it very well. X introduced 20,000 on 1st January. Is it clear? So let it be, we have to calculate the interest on capital of X. We can choose any method which we discussed in previous class, either a simple method, either a statement method, or a product method. Here I go through with the product method for X. So we have to calculate the interest on capital of X. So X capital from 1st April to 31st December, the capital of X would be for 9 months: April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. For 9 months, 3,15,000. Then X introduced 20,000. So from 1st January to 31st March, for 3 months, the capital of X, instead of 3,15,000, it would be 3,35,000. Let it the product, and we will solve this particular question. So 3,15,000 into 9, your product would be 28,35,000. And for 3,35,000 into 3 months, your product would be 10,05,000. So the total product 28,35,000 plus 10,05,000, 38,40,000. Now we apply the formula. Total product 38,40,000 into rate of interest on capital is given to you 8% per annum 8 by 100 into 1 by 12. So you will get the interest on capital 25,600. The interest of X on capital 25,600. The same way we have to calculate interest on capital of Y. Y interest on capital we can calculate. Y introduce 30,000 on 1st July. So let it be for Y how we have to calculate X introduce Y introduce on 1st July. Y introduce on 1st July additional capital 30,000 and the opening capital of Y is 1,85,000 is the opening capital. So for the purpose of Y interest on capital we can opt a statement method. For Y, we follow both two methods. Through state interest on capital of Y. Interest on capital of Y. Through statement method. We consider the statement and methods here. Like this, interest on opening capital for opening capital of Y 1,85,000. Here we have to calculate the interest on capital for full year. On opening capital, rate of interest is 8% into 12 by 12. 1,85,000. This amount is 14,800. Is it clear? Yogam? This is your A point interest on opening capital. Then B point interest on additional capital or further capital introduced. Add, we have to add this B point interest on further, or we can say additional capital introduced. Interest on further capital or capital introduced. He introduced 30,000 on 1st July to July to March. How many months? July, August, September, October, November, December, January, Feb and March for 9 months. Rate of interest is 8% and we have to calculate the interest on capital for 9 months. It would be added. This amount is your 1,800 rupees. C point less interest on capital withdrawn. This part is not given here, so leave it blank. So the total interest on capital would be 14,800 plus 1,800, 16,600 through statement method. This is your interest on capital. This is our statement method. We can opt the product method for the same case also. Interest on capital through product method. So the capital from 1st April to 30th June and 1st July to 31st March. This is a product method. 1st April to 30 June, April, May, June, 3 months, and July to March, 9 months. Capital, opening capital would be a 1,85,000, which we calculated, and this is our amount of product. And after that, the capital from 1st July onwards, 185 plus 30,000. 2,15,000 for 9 months. So 2,15,000 into 9, 19,35,000. And 1,85,000 into 3, 5,55,000. This is your product. So the total product 5,55,000 plus 19,35,000, 24,90,000. This is your total product. Now we have to apply the formula. Total product 24,90,000. Rate is 8% and into 1 by 12. Wherever the product is there, it would be divided by 12. So let it be your answer will be again same 16,600. So the student, it's my personal recommendations. Choice is your. You can solve the question by a simple method, by a product method, by a statement method. But to avoid the confusions, in my point of view or as my experience, if we always focus on statement methods, you can avoid the lot of confusions. Now, you have to solve the number of questions. You can solve the illustrations. You all are having a phone number. You can ask in a stipulated time where you have a problem to calculate the interest on capital. In next class, we have to discuss the provisions of interest on capital. Thank you.